From UFOs to psychic powers and government conspiracies, history is riddled with unexplained events. You can turn back now, or learn the stuff they don't want you to know. Here are the facts. In 1984, an Italian judge named Felice Casson and his colleagues questioned a terrorist named Vincenzo Vinciguerra about a 1972 car bombing in Petano and a 1980 bombing in Bologna. This Petano bombing had originally been blamed on a communist group called the Red Brigades, but Casson noticed troubling anomalies in the case. Vinciguerra's testimony traced the crime to a right-wing group called Ordine Nuovo, or New Order, of which he was a member. Eventually, he received a life sentence for the 1972 bombing, but his testimony and Casson's investigation led to something much, much bigger. A shadowy collaboration that connected Freemasonry, terrorism, and intelligence agencies in numerous countries, a web that led across borders and oceans all the way to the US government. Here's where it gets crazy. The story starts decades ago. In the aftermath of World War II, the uneasy alliance between Western powers and the Soviet sphere quickly deteriorated. Both regimes believed the other would inevitably attempt to expand, sparking a war for global supremacy. Working through NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, the West established stay-behind armies that were, in theory, waiting to respond in case of a future Soviet invasion. This program was called Operation Gladio, and for most of its history it didn't exist, not officially. The countries with stay-behind armies included at least 17 nations other than Italy, some of which were not members of NATO at the time. In 1990, then Italian Prime Minister Giulio Andreotti admitted the existence of Gladio in Italy while denying that these secret armies were involved in any terrorist activity. However, that's not the story Vinciguerra told. Instead, the ex-terrorist said that his organization was supported by Gladio, supplied with weapons from secret caches, and ordered to perpetrate false flag attacks that could be used to vilify left-wing or communist groups. And, at the time, it's important to note that left-wing groups were growing in popularity. This news caused a furor in Italy as more and more witnesses came forward, alleging that a great deal of Italy's terrorist attacks were actually bankrolled by intelligence agencies working in concert with the infamous propaganda do. In his 1990 speech, Prime Minister Andreotti said that Gladio had been dismantled and, in any case, never participated in any terrorist acts. But was it true? Whistleblower Sybil Edmonds claims that Gladio soldiers on in the form of a program called Gladio B, this time involving US intelligence, the Pentagon, and Al-Qaeda. Some dismiss her allegations as nonsense, while others wonder why there wasn't more investigation of this in the mainstream news. Today, much of the details of Gladio, the original one at least, remain classified, isolated somewhere in the murky, opaque quagmire of national security. Why is that? What exactly did Gladio do? Did it ever end? For now, that's something quite a few people don't want you to know. Mordecai Benunu, this Moroccan-born Israeli citizen, former nuclear technician and current pacifist, was accused of treason and espionage in 1986 when he violated his non-disclosure agreement and revealed Israel's secret nuclear weapon program to the world. Israel's alleged secret nuclear weapon program to the world.